Hello from Superior Tech. Nolan here, and today we're going over our 25-gallon tractor-mounted sprayer. This video is going to focus on installation and specifications with this sprayer. So if you're interested in operation and seeing this sprayer in action, check out another video we have with this sprayer on our channel. These tractor-mounted sprayers are suited for a wide variety of tasks and excel in helping maintain commercial and residential properties alike. They are an excellent tool for spraying any kind of product you may need to use, from liquid fertilizer to tree sprays, weed killers, and de-icers. They are also much better than the alternative of a tow-behind sprayer. The problem with a tow-behind sprayer is when you back up, you can jackknife, and you're just not that maneuverable. With these tractor-mounted sprayers, you can easily navigate trees, shrubs, and anything else on your property, since you have the same mobility as you would with just the tractor. Now this sprayer we have today is compatible with John Deere X700 series tractors with the click-and-go bracket. We have a John Deere X730 with us today. However, we have these sprayers available for all kinds of John Deere tractors, so check our website, and if you're interested, find the sprayer that fits your machine. Now let's get into some specifications. This sprayer is easy to assemble with a custom mounting bracket which allows for easy installation, and convenient electrical hookup includes all necessary wiring. In addition, the tank itself is rugged, translucent, and yellow, and on the back there are fill indicators which show you how many gallons you have left in the tank. The pump is a SureFlow diaphragm type pump, and it is designed for commercial applications and can be run dry without damage. One important note about this pump: do not put any petroleum-based products in this tank. You will ruin the pump, and it is not covered by warranty. In addition, a sturdy steel folding boom achieves a 90-inch spray swath, and high-performance boom spray tips have check valves for precision pattern spraying and help prevent siphoning and dripping. The tank also comes equipped with a 19-foot hose and fully adjustable brass spray tip wand that achieves streams up to 30 feet, and this gives you a lot of range when it comes to spraying trees or shrubs. In addition, the hose contains chemical and corrosive resistant inline valves, and all seals are made of Viton. Viton is a very chemical resistant material which allows all the valves and pump to have a long life. Now let's talk about the two valves on the tank, the boom valve and the recirculation valve. It's nice to have the recirculation valve open as you're adding product to the tank, because you allow all the material to mix up, so when you're ready to apply the product, everything is mixed properly. In addition, you have the boom valve down here. When you have the boom valve open and you're spraying out of the boom, make sure your recirculation valve is closed. If your recirculation valve is open while you're spraying with the boom, you won't get that 90-inch spray swath because you won't have the appropriate pressure. In addition, if you are using the wand, make sure the boom valve is closed, because again, you won't get the right pressure going to your spray wand if the boom valve is open. If you want to decrease the pressure on your spray wand, you can also start to open the recirculation valve. The more you open it, the less pressure will go to your spray wand. There's also a nice little locking clip on here on the spray wand, which allows you to get a continuous stream on your spray wand. And finally, the spray wand is always pressurized. This tank also has a nice lid here, which allows easy access to the inside. You can also see the recirculation hose here. In addition, there is a drain valve and cap on the side, which aids with draining your tank if you need to. One final thing about this sprayer before we move on to installation is it comes with a 2-year customer warranty. Now, we'll show you how to install this sprayer. Here we have a brand new 25-gallon tractor-mounted sprayer, so let's unbox it and see what's inside. First, we have our support channels and rods. Next up, we have the boom and the support brackets. Next up, we have the tank itself. There's a note up here on the tank indicating that there's more parts inside. So let's open up the tank. Inside, We have the operator's manual, bag of hardware, wiring, and finally, the wiring harness. Now that we're all unboxed, let's unwrap everything and begin assembly. For installation, the first step is to take your channel support and a secure latch lever. Line up this hole here on the secure latch lever with this hole here on the channel support. Once they're lined up, take a machine bolt and put it through the hole. Take a spring, put it on the end of the machine bolt, and then tighten a 1/4 inch nylock nut on the end of the machine bolt. Once you have completed that, repeat on the other side. Next, take your 1/2 inch rod and screw on one of your 1/2 inch nuts. You can put it on about halfway, just like that. Then put a lock washer on the end. Do the same on the other side of the 1/2 inch rod. Put the 1/2 inch nut on about halfway. Insert a lock washer. After you're finished with that, do the same exact thing with your other 1/2 inch rod. Once you're completed with that, we can move on to the next step. Next, grab your left and right support brackets. Line up these 2 holes on the support bracket with these 2 holes here on the channel support. When you line it up, the flared edge up here should be facing inwards. So line them up and insert the end of the rod. Just like that. And do the same on the other side. Once you have it like that, we can move on to the next step. After you have these support brackets in place and the 1/2 inch rods attached, take your 4 remaining 1/2 inch nuts and attach them on the end of the rod on the outside of the support channel. After you screw them on, you want to have about 1/4 inch sticking out past the nut, and make sure that everything is very loose. Do not tighten anything yet. You want it to be loose like this. In the next step, you'll see why we want to keep it loose. After you have all 4 on, we can move on to the next step. Next, grab your 3/8 inch rod, just like this, and take 4 3/8 inch flange nuts. Put one on each side, backwards, just like this, and put it on about halfway. Do the same on the other side. And once you have it on like that, we're going to attach to the support brackets. This is why you wanted to keep them loose, so you can slide this rod in with ease. If you didn't keep it loose and you tightened it, you wouldn't be able to put that rod in. Now take your remaining 2 flange nuts and attach them on the end. Once you are finished with that, grab a tape measure, and you want the distance between the 2 support brackets to be 16 3/4 inches. So measure it out, adjust accordingly. Next, you want to make sure the distance between the 2 support channels is 15 9/16 inches. So you can measure that out, adjust accordingly, and once you're finished with that, you can tighten all the bolts on the rods. Next, we are going to install these boom supports. To show you how to do that, I'm going to flip this whole bracket around. Now, take your boom support and you're going to line up this hole in the boom support with this hole on the support channel. So line them up just like that. Now, grab a 5/16 by 5/8 flange bolt and a 5/16 inch flange nut. Insert the flange bolt from the outside of the support channel going in and put on the flange nut. Once you have completed this on both sides, you can tighten and make sure the boom support looks exactly like this at a 45-degree angle with this tab on top completely flat. The boom is going to rest on this tab up here and the other boom support over here. And you want that boom to be flat, so make sure this is nice and secure, just like this. Now we are going to attach the boom to the boom supports. To do that, we're going to line up this hole here and this hole over here with the two holes on the boom supports. When we attach, make sure your spray tips are facing downwards. So line up the holes. Grab one of your two 5/16 inch truss head bolts. Put it through the two holes. And then grab your 5/16 inch flange nut and attach that on the bottom of the bolt. Once you have done that on both sides, you can tighten with tools. Also, make sure that this boom is parallel with the ground because you want it nice and flat when you're spraying during operation. Now we are going to attach the tank to the support channels. We want to make sure the tank is facing the right way, so take a look at this 25-gallon sticker here. You want that sticker facing the boom. Now to attach the tank, you take a 5/16 by 5/8 inch flange bolt and a 3/8 inch flat washer. They go together just like this and come up through the bottom of the support channel. All of these holes on the support channel line up with these holes on the tank. Once you have it lined up, you can insert the bolts and screw them in. One thing that can help you achieve this is to possibly move your whole bracket here a little bit off the edge of a table, so you have room to maneuver underneath and attach the bolts. So now we are going to insert the bolt, line up the two holes, and come in right through the bottom, just like this. As you can see, this is why it might be helpful to come off the edge of a table. You have plenty of room to maneuver here. Hand tighten the bolt and insert the rest of the 3 bolts. After you're done, you can tighten with tools. After you finish putting everything together, you can attach your sprayer to your tractor. In our case here, we put the tractor mounted sprayer on our John Deere X730 with the click and go. And now we can move on to attaching the boom hose to the T-fitting. So to put this boom hose on the T-fitting, you just go right on the top like this, but as you may find, it's very hard to push it on. So what you can do is grab some soap and put it around the T-fitting. This will help slide the boom hose on much easier. With the soap, you can slide the hose right on, just like that. And now you're ready to go. For the final step, we have to install the wiring for the sprayer. To do that, we're going to start by taking the hood off of the tractor so we can access the battery. So tilt the hood up like this, then disconnect the headlights. And then once your headlights are disconnected, you can remove the hood. Now we have to take this plastic piece off of the battery so we can access it. So you can do it just like that and set it aside. We'll put it back on as soon as we get the wiring set up. Now, grab your wire, attach it right here, just like this. Then start to come past the seat of your tractor. Make sure your switch for on-off is right by your seat so it's easy to operate. Keep coming down along this way, behind the brake. Then come down here around this metal brace, and out to the front just like this. Now we'll attach the wiring harness. Next, take the wire that ran from the sprayer and connect it to the wiring harness just like this. After that, take the nut off the negative battery terminal. Then remove the nut from the positive battery terminal. Now we have to connect our red and black wire from the wiring harness. Make sure you connect the red wire to the positive battery terminal first to prevent an electrical spark. After that, connect the black wire to the negative battery terminal. Now, grab your black cover. Make sure the wires are coming out just like this, and your fuse holder is out here. Make sure these wires are in this groove here, so nothing gets pinched. Take the black bungee, reattach it to fasten the black cover in place. Tuck these wires in. And we can continue. Now, grab your hood and put it back on the tractor. And reconnect your headlights. Make sure the wire is coming out right here so the hood doesn't pinch it. You don't want your wire in here or anything like that, because then the hood will pinch it and that's not something you want. Now we have to install 2 wire clips on the side of the tractor to hold this wire in place. First, make sure this side here is nice and clean. Then grab your wire clip, peel the back off, and set it on so the clip is facing down. You want one up in the front just like this, and you want the other towards the back right here. Now you can tuck your wire inside. And now we are all finished. This is a John Deere licensed product, so if you're interested in purchasing one, head over to your John Deere dealership and you can pick one up. However, if you have any pre- or post-purchase questions, please reach out to us at Superior Tech and we'd be happy to help you out.